What's going on, guys? David Durang here. Welcome to No Frontier. I'm currently in the Bass Pro Shop. Now you might be like, what the hell is that? Have you ever seen this hat right here? So for the past 2 to 3 years, this has become a part of people's fashion, right? This hat. And a lot of people are not gonna know what it is because you might live in a city in which this store is not available. So I said, why don't I show people certain places that maybe they've heard of, but they don't know or understand how it looks, or if there's more to it. When you see this hat, just know that there's a store that completes the whole thing, the whole story. So I figure I'll just come today and show you guys. Now, when you enter the store, it looks massive, like it is a large cabin, and you see all the animals on the wall. It's funny, a few days ago, I was moving a customer, and I had to take a deer off the wall, and I put it in a box, deer head off the wall, and I put it in a box, and it wouldn't fit. Trying to exchange this hat. Okay, now I have, this is gonna be my hat. Green is my favorite color. So yeah, I had to take it off the wall, put it in the box. The customer was moving. So yeah, you come in, there is a camping section directly to your right when you walk in. So they have sleeping bags, etc. Stoves that you can cook and everything like that. And in the center of the store, there's hunting clothing, where I'm at right now. So there's clothing for men and women. There's also bow and arrows next to the camping section. Bow and arrows. There's different cases for the bow and arrows. And if you keep walking towards the back of the store, there's a hunting section. And you know, with hunting, there's gonna be firearms. That's there. So there are also, I saw air guns. So guns that are not real, or not lethal, I should say. Let me take you to one so you can see how it looks. But then they have the real stuff, the Glocks and everything. There's a guy holding a firearm right there with a worker, and there's a scope on that one. Did I pass it? Right here in this aisle. The other day I came and there was one of these open, and it looks really good. This box is open. So this is about $100 for this for that air gun. But the Glocks that size, I've seen $200, $300, $400. They're behind the case. Let me show you quickly. And these are a bunch of rifles, knives, and scopes. So they're that way down there. All different prices behind the case. No need to show any closer, but that's that. I will say also, and this is the ammo department back here. So you get all kind of ammo that you're looking for. What I will say is, besides Bass Pro Shops, there's also a store named Cabela's, same company. Mostly you're gonna find these things down south. When I moved to Alabama, I went to this store down there, and these are safes for firearms. All right, what else they have? They have a bait and tackle section, passing the footwear section. There's a lot of good footwear. This is the fishing area right over there. But before you get there, you see the fish. It's a good place to stop by if you have the kids. I had my son with me the other day, so we stopped by there so he can take a look. But this whole area right here, all right, you get the drift. Now, let's go to the boat section. These canoes, a lot of times, one time load up the customer, they have these, not as tall, but they have these, and I throw them on top of the truck for them. That happens all the time. Up here. So from outside, they have boats in which people can buy. On the other side, they have where you can get your boat serviced. They have ATVs here, different type of off-road vehicles here. And if you want, let me get on one of these. Let me get inside the boat. Why not, right? Steps are here. Your boy is chilling. Driver right there. Right? Driver. Another 2 people can sit here. 3, and you chilling. A couple funny videos I saw when they were a group of people were on a rented boat, and the owner of the boat was on the boat as well, and he started popping a bottle, and it got all over the seats, and he started chewing them up. That was a funny video. Another one, the funny one I saw when they were speeding in the boat, and everybody just lunged forward. So I like this canopy right here. Let me just show you a different vantage point store looks when you're on top. Cup holders right here and everything. Here's the last thing I want to say. I think a lot of stores are gonna have to start doing, they gotta do, go over the top like this store, where there's a feeling, there's an experience that you have when you enter the store. In other words, you could come here a good amount of times and not get tired of it, because there's a vibe, especially when you walk in the store, that you get. It's almost like, for me, there's a vibe that I get when I go to the Apple store as well as Best Buy, because it makes you want to create. Because, in other words, it feels like a place with tools that you can come and get stuff and create. So that's why I like going to those stores. So twice a month at least, I have to go to the Apple store or Best Buy. Even though I know the layout, there might be 1 or 2 things different in terms of a new release, but it just gives me that vibe of, all right, I'm gonna come in here and create. This is our favorite Oregon Trail. Who grew up playing with this on the computer? It's a board game. Man, when I was in elementary school and junior high school, I used to play with this on the computer. Throwback, sorry. Throwback.